Welcome to my guided tour, the capstone experience for my Master's of Educational Technology at the University of British Columbia. The purpose of this tour is to summarize and provide more insight into my ePortfolio, as well as explain why I chose the metaphor that I did. The MET program has been a tremendous growing experience for me, so much so that I have selected to use the metaphor family education to help frame my experiences throughout my MET program. The two most influential experiences that have occurred in my life over the past few years has been the growth of my family and my own personal and professional growth in completing my master's. I've recognized a relationship between a family and completing a master's program, as both of these involve so many of the same factors. I've divided my ePortfolio into 5 subheadings that allow for an expansion of my metaphor through each. I've provided a video tour, which you are currently viewing, as well as hypertext links at the top of the page to help navigate my ePortfolio. Birth of a new generation. I see this not simply as the birth of my children, but the birth of new learning experiences. For me, these learning experiences have taken on that of fulfilling a master's program. For my children, I see each of them embrace their own life learning experiences. I can appreciate how all of us will continue to grow and contribute to each other's learning over the rest of our lives. As with any new experience, anticipation, eagerness, mistakes, and hindsight are always playing in the background. With the birth of my children and the rebirth of a new stage in my educational career, I can only dream of what the future holds. Initially, my expectations for the raising of my children were based on textbooks and experiences passed on by others. As my children grow, I can begin to appreciate the differences that each of them possess, completing my master's. Most certainly they did, but the MET program opened up so many new doors that after my first course in the MET program, I knew that I would need to modify and adapt all that I had learned in the uses of educational technology. Experiences. With the experiences section, I have tried to complement my master's experience with the experience of raising a family. I have taken a look at each of the courses I have taken in the MET program and tried to supplement them with examples that I have had with my children. When I think of the growth and development of my own children, Piaget's quote, "Children are not empty vessels waiting to be filled, but rather active organisms seeking meaning." I watch my children interact, ask questions, and inquire about what is going on around them. This does not differ much from my experiences in the MET program, where I've had to create my own meanings over the past 2 years. The online learning community that I've been involved with has prompted me to be as constructivist as I can. I've had to ask questions about how my own teaching, parenting, learning has changed over the years. Growth. The growth section of my ePortfolio allows me the opportunity to delve into my own learning over the past 2 years and reflect on the experiences that I have encountered. With all of the new tools in my toolbox, I'm looking forward to the growth that will take place over the coming years. I have grown not only as a husband and a father, but as an educator. For my family, if not simply to revisit how children learn and grow, but how patience, communication, social interaction, and flexibility play into the raising of a family. As an educator, the same characteristics apply, as you must be willing to make change and wander into areas that are unfamiliar to you. You still need to be flexible, communicate effectively, and show patience within a community of learning. In the end, it was not much of a stretch to move from my house to my space on the web, the Vista Shell. I would like to take this time to thank my wife for all of the care and compassion she has given me over the last 2 years. I would also like to take this time to thank my instructors at UBC and all of the colleagues who have helped me out over the last 2 years. In particular, the current cohort of eTech 590, the feedback and help in designing my portfolio was extremely helpful and could not have been accomplished without your assistance. Kudos to everyone, and I hope you enjoy the ePortfolio.